I don't believe in Agile. Oh, I don't believe in these jargons. 9 out of 11 did not even take the exam. The leader was not energetic. Leader was taking things easy. Organization struggled. This was unfortunately a failure at that time. And hi, this is JP here. Welcome back to the Weekend Stories. Last couple of stories, you heard a pretty positive story, right? It's very energetic story, how things have changed very positively. This story is going to be a learning story, right? There's something that did not work, and I'm going to share that. This story is about one leader who did not take the certification, exam, and because of that reason, the transformation struggled. Let me explain that, right? How come one leader not taking a certification and it is impacting the transformation? Can this happen? Exactly. I have seen it, right? So I'll give you a story of it, right? One of the very senior leaders of an entire value stream, he reached out to me and said, can you optimize my value stream, right? So we identified a value stream first of all, and we saw the steps, and we identified operational value streams, we identified development value stream, and we identified the first R2 launch. First art launch was very successful, right? Lot of energy. The leadership was value stream level leaders, art level leaders, everybody was happy, right? Very energetic. Now, second art we launched in this next PI. That was also successful. We started getting results. However, one of the leaders in this value stream, who's a business owner of the third art, he was not very convinced. However, he never said whether he is aligned or not aligned, right? There are leaders, right? I have seen 3 types of leaders. One is a green leader, right? When I say green leader, they wait for people like us to come and help them, right? And they're very open for change, right? Great. Very positive results you get. Because the leaders are very supportive. The second types are red leaders, in my definition. The red leaders are those who are explicitly, calling out that no, this will not work. I don't believe in Agile. Oh, I don't believe in these jargons, right? They are also easy to manage in my view. Because they speak up. They tell you, challenge you openly, right? When they speak, we have a common, platform to talk, right? I have many leaders I have met where we're not very convinced, but later they got aligned, right? And we had multiple discussions, but they got aligned and we changed, right? The third type of leaders, in my definition, are watermelon leaders. Do you understand what is watermelon leader? Green outside to look, blood red inside. When I say blood red, they don't believe in it, but they don't explicitly speak about it. This is the challenging leadership, right? Because you don't understand in the beginning, right? So when I spoke about this third R, so I met with this business owner, I met with the art level leaders, and I explained them what is art launch means, and these leaders also know what happened in other agile release trains, right? To an extent. Now when I spoke to him, he said, yes, we can do it. I think we should do it, right? And however, I didn't see that energy. He said, yeah, I think you tell me, JP, when can we do? And it was me pushing rather than he pulling it, right? But however, the value stream leader was very convinced because he saw the result, right? And he was asking, JP, when is the next art, right? Can we launch the third art? Yes. Then the first workshop that we do, right, in an art launch is a leading safe workshop, right? So I came up with a schedule for art launch, with a schedule for trainings and the schedule for coaching the product manager, with business owner, with system architects, with scrum masters, product owners, everybody. We came up with a kind of schedule for an art launch. So the first was leading safe workshop, right? So I fixed the date. It was an online class because the leaders were across, right, multiple locations. So we did an online workshop. I saw this leader, he was on, switched off the camera. He was most of the time off the camera, right? So, and when we did some activities like leading safe, if you know, leading safe goes pretty detailed on safe principles, right? PA planning, execution. We go some topics very deep and we address those problems, right? And I understood this arts problem and I was trying to address. Whenever I was asking this leader on a call, he was not responding. Right? When we were doing a breakout session, this leader was not responding. He was not going for it. Then when I called the leader, hey, looks like you're not active. He said, oh no, I'm in another meeting. Hey, JP, give me some time, I'll join back. He did not even tell me, or he did not even communicate this to anybody in the room. He silently started working on something else. And he was not even attending the training. So this became a concern. Like end of the day one, I told him, you know what, I want you to be there, right? Because if you don't stand up, if you don't show that your interest, right, your active presence, others may not show because they are part of your team, right? He said, no, don't worry, tomorrow I will be part of it, right? Next day also I saw similar behavior. Now end of second day, I had a chance to talk to the value stream level leader, and he called me and said, how did it go? I said, this is my observation, you need to watch out. This leader, business owner of this particular art, is not fully convinced, is what my gut feeling, because he's not active. And in spite of blocking the calendar couple of weeks in advance, he was not active, and he gave multiple reasons for the business that I need to attend some other meetings and so on, right? He said, okay, thanks JP, let me see what I can do. First part is done. Now, I registered them for the exam, right? The leading safe certification exam. Right? The moment I registered, he called me and said, no, don't register me. Right? Why do you register me? I said, no, all of you are participants, right? And you should take the exam. And if you have any questions, you call me. I can take you through some of the concepts again, right? Because you attended 2 days, at least you were there on the call, and I expect you to take the exam, right? And this is part of the system. And your value stream leader took the exam, right? He said, oh, no, I don't believe in all these JPs. No, we are not school children. We should not take it. His thinking was very different, right? Trust me, guys. Just because he didn't take the exam, 9 out of 11 people did not take. Can you believe? I did 2 days of workshop. We registered 11 people. 9 out of 11 did not even take the exam. Now, 2 people took the exam. 1 person passed, second person failed. Now, I have 3 categories of leaders in this group. One is somebody who showed a lot of interest, prepared, cleared the exam. Second person who has shown the interest to take the exam, at least tried, attempted, failed. It's okay to fail. The third set of leaders did not even bother to take the exam. In spite of paying money to Scaled Agile, and in spite of conducting a 2 full-day class, in spite of multiple reminders, they didn't bother to take the exam. This gave me some more message that, hey, this is not going to work. When I had a next meeting with the value stream level leader, I told him that, hey, you know what, this ARC leaders are not serious. But don't expect the result like how it was for the first 2 release trains. This may be challenging for you. Why? Because the leaders are not aligned. After that, I did product manager workshop, I did a Scrum Master workshop, I did architects workshop, I did Safe for Teams. There are quite a few people so much interested in implementing. But on the day of a PA planning, we did not have a backlog. On the day of second PA planning, we did not have a backlog. You know why? One of the leaders of 11 people was also responsible for a product manager role. He did not attend again the product manager workshop, POPM workshop, and he did not believe in certain things, and they did not have enough backlog. Imagine a quarter-long PI, which means I have 5 iterations plus IP. I did not even have a clear backlog to view, even for 2 iterations. The teams coming there in the PA planning, they were wondering what to work in this PA because we didn't have backlog. Right? I called a meeting, leadership meeting, and I clearly said, guys, you guys are failing. You wanted to fail. Right? You're not serious about it. Right? And then at some point he started saying that, no, I don't really believe in all these JP. When? After 1 to 2 PAs. We had multiple challenges. In spite of telling him multiple times and calling out, he did not really change. Right? This is a watermelon leader. Never calls out, but blood red inside. Right? This was unfortunately a failure at that time, and the value stream leader had to change this leader, bring another leader for this art because the leader was not supported. But it was 2 quarters already, 2 PAs over. It was too expensive, but the leader had to take a decision. Right? It was a very, very, very sad moment for me that time that the entire art of 85 people struggled because of one leader who did not show interest. Right? And we had to build some of these, like clearly communicating and doing it. We struggled, but later they again picked it and did it, right? But this was a big learning for me that next time when I do a training, make working agreements with the leaders that what, if you are attending Leading Safe, and if you are going through transformation, I would expect you to take the exam. I want you to take the exam. Doesn't matter whether you succeed or fail. Doesn't matter. It's just between you and me. In fact, only you know. I don't even know who took the exam and things like that. But I want to see how many people have taken the exam. I want to see 100% of the people have attempted the exam. Right? That is the intent. That is the energy that you should show. A leader should stand in the front saying that, guys, I took the exam. I want you to take the exam. I want you to clear. Now the question you may have is, why should we take certification exam? As long as we have knowledge, is it enough? Is it not enough? I'll tell you what happens when you do this, when you take the exam. The certification is just a byproduct, right? It may or may not be useful for the leader at all, right? Well, let's keep that aside. The beauty of this exam is you will actively listen in the 2 days of workshop. You will read the book, right? The entire book or the PDF that is given to you, right? You will read. While reading, you may get some clarity issues. You may have some queries. You may clarify those. And now that you are attempting the exam, you will prepare seriously and then clear the exam. Imagine you clear the certification. That means you understood the concepts very well. The moment the leaders understand the concepts, they actually will implement. Many transformations I have seen, when the leaders were very active in this particular situation where they were able to take, I saw success. There are one-off cases like this where the leader was not energetic, leader was taking things easy, organization struggled. Yeah. If you are a leader, right, please lead by example. Even attending a training, taking a certification exam and showing that to the people that what, I cleared. I have seen one of the CEOs of a large enterprise. He actually stood up in the entire all hands and he said, what guys, I took the Leading Safe certification, it was great. And I've even cleared the certification. If I can clear, if I have time for attending 2 days, I hope you all have time. Whole organization transformed. Yeah. So if you're a leader, please take it seriously, and first you lead by example. Trust me, your organization will just fall. Okay. It's okay to be a green leader. It's okay to be a red leader to challenge. Don't be watermelon. Thank you.